Hi guys, good evening. So we're not going to be cha-cha-chaing today. We're not going to be clocking it today just because it's night and yeah, it's really quiet. I really cannot afford to be shouting. But you can see my skin is very dry, and that's because I want to do my skincare. I want to work on my skin this evening. Just a quick second. I do need to put my phone on D&D just so a call doesn't come in and interrupt this video. 1 second. Okay, I actually ended up not putting the phone on D&D. I actually ended up not putting the phone on D&D, and that's because who is going to be calling me by this time of the night? Who? So anyway, I'm just going to record my video, and I honestly do not want to mess up with this setup right now because it's just hard to fix back. So this is a story that is really none of you people's business. The last time when I started my video, I think I had said that I like to go straight to the point in my videos. I don't like to talk too much because, you know, a lot of YouTubers, they just want to talk plenty introduction that's nobody's business, and I really don't like that. Now, imagine the shocker when one of my friends told me that, Itoro, you're doing the exact same thing, because I did not go straight to the point. I mean, I was talking, telling you people things that did not concern people, and I was also and I was also going off point. It took me quite a while to get to the point of the video. So yeah, I guess you guys are going to have to manage me like that, because I mean, this is a rant video, so maybe it works. Okay, yes, let's go straight to the points. Let's go straight to the points. Fire! So I have been breaking out. My skin has been very rough of late, and I've not been very happy about that. I don't want you guys to hear the sound of this because it's not a natural sound and it's not very pleasant to the ears. But you may just have to bear with me, or you might just have to bear with me, because I don't have another choice. So my skin has been breaking out a lot of late, and if I'm being honest, I know why. I've been so stressed. See, life has told me, it's a robot. Your money or your life. It's not for your money or give me your life. Like, life has been so demanding. That's just what I'm trying to say. It didn't get, the joke wasn't joking. Are you seeing how I'm blabbing? It is because I'm actually quite tired. I'm actually very, very tired. But yes, my skin has been breaking out a lot of late, and it's because I have been very stressed. And if I'm also being honest, I haven't been eating very well either. I haven't been eating clean. So that has affected my skin. I'm working on fixing that, and I've also gotten some skincare products as well. I've gotten the Ordinary set. I've heard so much things about it, and I've always wanted to buy one. I mean, even before I left home, I really wanted to get one, but I couldn't afford to at the time. But now I can, and so I've gotten a set of the Ordinary products, and I'm going to see how that works on my skin. But while we're there is something I really do want to talk about. It's pressing on my heart, and I really want to say so. I'd like for you to stay with me through the process of doing my skincare, and that's what I want to rant about today. I want us to not necessarily chat, I want to rant. Yeah, because as you all know, I'm not necessarily a woman of peace, as I like to remind people all the time. So, you know, here's the thing. I'm thinking, should I start with my micellar water? I bet I should just use, okay, yes, they say the Ordinary product on dry skin. That is, first of all, the glycolic acid on dry skin. If you see the way they used to emphasize that dry skin, but like say if you move otherwise, you're gonna see shaggy. You're gonna see shaggy bounce river. But yeah, so this is my glycolic acid. I'm going to use it first. You see, in my last video, I did talk about beauty, right? And it's a topic that's very dear to my heart. And if you've stayed around me, you would notice that I tend to give compliments a lot. And a lot of people think that is fake. A lot of people think that's not real, but it is very real. It is a very real and true aspect of me, right? Because I want you to know I'm a plus size girly, right? I'm a plus size girly. I am by no chance a thin girl, right? I am plus size. Now, I'm saying that because I have been smaller than this in many other years of my life, past years of my life, but I've always felt this big. I don't know how to explain it, but I think you get it. There are times where I have even been half the size I am now, but I felt very fat, right? There are times where I didn't even have the amount of face fat I have now, but I felt fat, right? There was never a time where, when I look back, I felt like I was okay in my skin just because there was someone around always telling me, you're so fat, you're so this, you eat too much, oh, you do this too much, you do that too much, right? And these things were said to me quite frequently by people who, even though they did not know it, their words meant a lot to me, right? And even though they were not doing it intentionally, it did hit me in many different places, right? So it's just that before the now, see, words fail me this evening. You guys have to forgive me, but before I became the hetero that I am now, I was never comfortable in my skin. I was never okay in my skin. I was always, I always thought something was wrong with me. Now, people would see this video and they would be shocked, especially people that have known me. Because if you stay around me long enough, one of the things people would tell you, oh, Itoru is so confident. Itoru is so confident. She's not shy. I am indeed a confident person. I am a happy person, genuinely. I think I'm genuinely joyful. I'm genuinely very, very happy. Like, that's not fake. It's a real part of, my personality. It doesn't mean I haven't had things, that I have struggled with as regards my body, I'm just trying to say that about the last time in the last video, I was saying you are who you are. The body you have is the body that God has given you. Now you have to work with that body, not against that body, not to alter that body to be something that it is not. You have to work with it and bring the best out of that body that you have been given, right? It aches my heart that even times where I was smaller in size than I am now, I still felt like an elephant, right? But now that I'm even way bigger than I was all those times, I feel so beautiful and I'm okay with it, right? I mean, there's literally nobody that can walk up to me now and tell me anything about my body, like, oh, you're too fat, or oh, you're too big, or oh, you need to gain, There's literally nobody, no human being, no matter how much I value you or how much I love you, there's literally no human being that can do that to me. Again, at this my old age and marital status, there is nobody that can do that to me because I just would not allow it. I won't. I may not disrespect you when and if you say that to me. I may not say anything, but there's a shield in front of my heart that it would not go through, right? And I say this because if you're going to make changes to your body, right? Let's say you want to become fit, you want to become healthy. Let it be that it is because you understand that for your own self, not because someone has bullied you into thinking that there is something wrong with you that you need to change. You see, the thing with controlling and manipulative people is that they need to break you first to do with you as they please, right? So there just has to be something wrong with you just so that they can use you, right? And I wish people understood that. Sometimes they're not even very aware of this, all the time. Sometimes, like I said in the last video, people need you to be broken just so that they can feel better than you sometimes. Sometimes it's just insecurity, it's whatever. So sometimes the things people say to you is really just them projecting. And you must understand this for yourself, right? Imagine how you feel where you never recognized the blessings you had in the moment. Now I look back at some of my pictures and I'm like, Etoro, you felt so horrible in yourself at this point in time, but you were such a beautiful person. You were beautiful, you looked good, but you just did not know it because a lot of people had told you that you looked like an elephant, that you looked like this, you looked like that, there was a problem with you, and you believed it. I did believe it, right? And so it's, if you're around me, you can testify. I don't let anybody around me feel a certain kind of way about their bodies. You did not create yourself. You did not bring yourself into this world, right? But somehow you feel like, oh yeah, it's okay for you to be feeling, it's okay for someone to shame you for the kind of body that you have. No, that's not acceptable. It is definitely not acceptable. I'll tell you something. In 2023, right? I think that was like the worst year of my whole life. One of the worst years. It wasn't the worst. It was a very bad year for me. And so I lost a lot of weight. I lost so much weight just because, I wasn't happy. And I remember one lady whom I loved and respected so much at the time, and I know she did not mean this in a bad way, but it wasn't just her. There were a couple of other people, and these were older women, who were telling me that, you look so fine now. Oh, maintain this weight now. Maintain this weight now. Maintain it. You've lost weight. See how fine you're looking. See how beautiful you're looking. Maintain it. This was weight loss that grief caused. Now that I'm in a much better space and I think of it, it does not make sense to me. Honestly, even though I know they were not coming from a bad place, it makes absolutely no sense, to me, right? Because now I think it was a very insensitive, statement, seeing as how I lost that weight wasn't even, a normal thing, right? Means that, oh, maybe you were even looking at me somehow before this. And, the funny thing is, even the size I was before I dropped to the size that they were saying this is so fine now, the way I am now, I'm bigger than the way I was that time. Etoro now, like the me people are seeing now, is bigger than the size that they were saying was too big at the time. All right. Hi guys, so I'm back. I took a break. I did. You may not know because I'm going to, join these two videos, but I did take a short break. So yeah, I'm just trying to say is, that you're growing. You grow as a human being. There are different parts of you that grow per time. It could be your mind, your body grows with you, and it's all just a process of you appreciating what you've been giving and given. I have a bit of an Akwa Ibom accent, but people can't spot it fast. I always say giving, no, given. So it's just you being able to recognize what you have been given, and just working with it, right? I think this tripod is like a little too low for my liking. Oh gosh, I'm going to mess up my setup. Okay, yeah, I think this is it. Okay, yeah, this is better. So I think it's just you recognizing what you have been giving and doing well with it. That's just it. Just do well with what you've been given, whatever it is, that you've been given. And I don't think people recognize that that's what it is, or that's what they need to do. And that's why, what anybody says can get to them. There's another thing I'd like to mention. I feel like sometimes we feel the need to boast. You see, even the oppressed sometimes are not innocent. In a lot of times, the oppressed are not innocent. Sometimes you find that When the oppressed stop being the oppressed and then they go to the place of power, they become very much like their oppressors, right? That goes to show you that the problem is not necessarily the people in the position of power. It is just human beings themselves and the natural evil that is in them, right? Because the only difference now between the oppressor and the oppressed in some cases is the fact that the oppressed just does not have the opportunity that the oppressor has, or the position that the oppressor has. That's just the difference sometimes, because you'd hope that, oh yeah, the experiences that certain people have had would encourage them to do better when they get to the position of power. But no. Why do I say this? Is because as when it comes to beauty sometimes, or like insecurities, the reason people hunger, right, to the reason people hunger, to fit into beauty standards is because they want to feel better than other people. It's because they want to boast as well in their beauty. It's because they want to feel like they're all that and a bag of chips. It's because they want something to be proud and boastful about, right? So I think what even needs fixing beyond your physical beauty or beyond your insecurities is your heart, the state of your heart, the state of your mind, right? Because once that is fixed, I think every other thing, works works out well from then, right? Every other thing can be easily sorted out once the heart has been fixed. Like the position of your heart, where is it placed? Is it in gratitude, or whatnot? And the last time, I think I also said something about how that, like, I understand why people may also want to fit into beauty standards, considering like the society and culture that we live in, where people respect money, where people respect status, and all those things. I get it. I do get it. But I think it also still ties down to your heart posture and everything. And just, I don't know, being grounded in yourself and in who you are. You see, I don't know how to say this. I am a Christian. I am a believer. And I believe in Christ, right? I believe in God. And I believe in all that He is, right? There's this kind of stubbornness I have that I think people hate a lot because it can seem daring. But I am, in all honesty, not being daring. Because my confidence, the confidence people see, is not the confidence that comes from Itoro. It's not because I'm so intelligent or I'm so eloquent or I think that confidence I have to say things or do things or really just be myself stems from the fact that I have come to recognize that God loves me. Even though it's something I struggled with for. In fact, I only realized it in 2024. I just want you to know that God loves me. I realized and believed it. I mean, I had been hearing it all my life. I don't know. I just did not care for it. Or maybe I just did not believe it. Not that I did not care for it. I did not believe it. And there are many reasons as to why that was, but that's just me digressing. So when we talk about heart posture, right? 1 second. Okay, good. My video is recording. When we talk about heart posture, right? And we talk about like, changing the position of your heart so that it can flow, whatever the good things can flow from inside out. It's not that you find that, I don't know, that thing in yourself, really. No. I think it first starts with just knowing who God is. I don't want to turn this into a sermon, but I feel like knowing who God is and how He loves you as His child really helps. That's knowing the character of God and how that He loves you and how that He keeps you really, really helps to keep you grounded as a person and in who God has created you to be, even including your personality. I think sometimes people feel like they need to fit themselves into a template. People feel like, oh, I just have to act like this person. I just have to be like this person. No. Do you know that beauty goes even beyond how you look physically? You see, oh my goodness, there is the there is beauty in the you that you are. I believe everybody has their personalities. Everybody has like things that makes them them. For me, I am an extrovert. I am an extrovert. I'm very playful. I'm loud. I love to sing. I love to dance. And I'm just now embracing all of those parts of me, right? And knowing how best I can use them to improve Etoro as a person. It is me. You can't come and shame me for the fact that I am an extrovert, right? But what I need to do is now apply wisdom. How do I sharpen the skills so that they can serve me better, so that they can glorify God, right? You don't have to now pretend to be someone else. Change how you talk. I mean, you can have models, you can have people that you look up to, which is good. You can use that to contribute to yourself or whatnot. But don't lose yourself in the process of that. I'm going to also tell you something. I'm going to tell you this. You know, when you spend so much time trying to be someone else, forgetting who you are as a person, or ignoring your own, I don't know, ignoring yourself, your own personality, the things you have been given, ignoring it and just looking at someone else and just saying, oh, I really want to be like this person. Oh, I really want to be this person. Like trying to change your life to fit into that mold. You're going to realize sooner or later that you're unable to. And no matter how hard you try, you will never be that person. Never. Right? And if you realize it too late, it may be hard for you to find your way back to yourself. And that's why you see some people get very confused at a certain stage. They're like, oh, okay, how do I now start? You know, you've been trying to fit into different molds all your life that you've even forgotten who and what you are. You've forgotten your own strengths, your weakness. You're not even in touch with yourself as a person, right? And even aside that, let's say you even get to find out who you are. Let's say you didn't even lose touch with yourself. Let's say you just realize at some point that, oh, I should stop trying to be like everyone else. You just realize that, oh, I should stop trying to fit into everybody's mold, and you decide to just go back to being you. You're going to realize how much time has been wasted, and it would feel like you have to start from scratch with yourself again, even though that's not the reality. Because even though you've spent so much time trying to be like everyone else, there are still things you must have learned that would be able to help you. But I do think you've missed out on how far you could have become if you had just stayed the due course. I'm talking to myself here too, right? I mean, this whole thing is even almost making me cry. But yeah, be as uniquely you as you possibly can be, but be ever sharpening. Don't be mediocre. Don't be. You see, for the past how many minutes I've been talking, it's only glycolic acid that I've applied. Oh yeah, well, what is the next thing they say is the next thing? So after the glycolic acid, we're supposed to use the alpha arbutin, which is this one, right? Which is this one. So my skin reacts to almost everything and anything that you put on it. Oh my gosh, my skin and skincare wore that part, because I don't know what it is, but it's just really sensitive, right? It's just my face. You see, maybe it's my skin in general, because I really don't do much. I don't, because I don't have the power to do much. You people have made a very drastic mistake. They say that this glycolic acid, I'm not supposed to use it in my under eye. They are supposed to avoid those areas. You people have seen for the past how many minutes I've been cleaning under eye. Well, anyway, my skin reacts to almost every and anything. I don't know why, but I'm really hoping I don't react to this one and that it just, works fine and works good, because I don't have power. I really do not have the strength to, start figuring out what else I can do. Back to what I was saying. So when I was younger, I used to do a whole lot of DIY for skincare. I used to do turmeric, tomatoes. I used to do aloe vera, cucumbers, and those things used to work. Oh, honey, they used to work fire. I think they do work. In fact, I even have my own. I have my own. What they used to call it, moisturizer mixture, but it's not completely natural though. I just put in some honey in my normal moisturizer, just so that I put in some honey in my normal moisturizer just to get that extra, you know, extra benefits. Yeah, please don't follow me. I'm not giving you people advice. I'm just telling you what I did because I know honey works very well on my skin. So yeah, beauty standards and all of that. I just wish people did not try to fit themselves into molds, right? Because everybody with the kind of person that it's just we all come together to make up a puzzle. Some parts of the puzzles, some pieces of the puzzle are bigger than other pieces, and that's fine. Doesn't mean that they're any less relevant, the smaller pieces, because even without that small piece, the puzzle remains incomplete, right? So you don't have to be everybody else. You can learn, you can see traits, character, whatever that you want to imbibe in and with yourself, but I don't think it's okay to just, box yourself into these beauty standards and let people bully you for reasons that were never a fault of yours, right? I want to delve into like body shape. This is the caffeine solution, the ordinary caffeine solution, about body shape, but I don't want to really go there. Like, it's been on my mind, but like I've just been, I don't know, I've just been dodging it somehow, just because it's well structured. I wanted to say just because it's not well structured, but it is actually well structured, right? I just I think it's too sensitive and I'm not ready to talk about it. It's not personal to me, right? I think it would be sensitive for a lot of people. And so I have to do it in a way where this thing's peppering my eye. Eh? It's because I put that glycolic acid. Hey, God, I beg, help me, help me. I will not do it again. Hey, Joe. Skincare will be burning somebody. See, my black circles are already deep enough. I honestly do not need more scars on my skin. But I should, hey God, a job, please. Let this thing not burn me. Oh, I can feel it in my eye. I can feel it burning me. The paper is inside my eye. They say it's the ordinary. It's just quite hot, like it stings. Yeah, but it's okay. So yeah, I don't think it's safe for me to talk about it just now, just because this is my moisturizer, or this is what I use as my moisturizer. I don't think it's safe for me to talk about it just now, right? Just because I need to bring it up in a more sensitive manner. Even though I feel like I'm like, I think I'm being sensitive now, but I just want to talk about it anyhow, right? I need to speak about it carefully. So yeah, that's just another thing. But yeah, you're beautiful in the you that you are. I think I'm basically already almost done with my skincare, and I just wanted to come here and say that about beauty, right? And not letting yourself fit into molds, and not letting people shame you, and not letting people even bring their so-called concern your way, right? I feel like at a point in your life, you should be aware of things that you ought to be doing, and you should be able to take actionable steps, right? And I believe that someone who truly cares about you will also be mindful in how they present certain matters to you if they're truly concerned, right? You see, no matter how much you say something to me and you tell me, oh, it's just because I care about you. No, the manner with which you present it to me shows me or lets me know if you care. Not a lot of people care, and that's just the reality. Some people just want to say what they want to say in the guise of care because they know that that's just the easiest way, you know, to get it off their chest without looking like bad people. Not a lot of people give a hoot about you. Not a lot of people give a hoot about you. It's hard to hear, but it is the truth. All right? You will see it when push comes to shove most of the time. Then you realize that just because a person is there all the time or because they're calling all the time or whatnot, it really doesn't mean that they care. And it doesn't necessarily make them bad or evil. It's just how it is. They're just not for you. And that's okay. That's okay, my darling. Don't be sad about how you look. Know that God is He who has kept you even till now. Do you know that sometimes when I sleep like this and I wake up in the morning, I'm like, oh, Itorobong, you are awake. You know? And you know, you sleep and you wake up. I'm like, oh, I'm alive. I'm alive. I am alive. There is something to thank God for. There is something to be thankful for. However bad things are, you know, no matter how many shigi banza that you are alive this morning. It means that God still wants you here. That's just it. You have an opportunity to thank Him, to give Him praise, to give Him glory. Don't let anybody to tell you anything new. Don't. You are still here. You are still here. And it doesn't mean that like the people that are no longer here doesn't mean that God doesn't love them or God that because God did not love them, that's why He called them home. No, that's not what I'm trying to say. I'm just trying to say like that. Even with all the things that you think are wrong with you, God doesn't take your life from you just because of that or just because of those things that makes you think that you are undeserving. You're still here. So if God is not taking you out, then no other human being has the right opportunity, effrontery, whatever, to take you out. If they want to come and talk, if they want to tell you anything, you know, if they tell you that your teeth is too big, do them like this. Do you understand? Nobody should be able to shame you. If somebody comes to you and tells you that it will see your two front teeth is like rabbit teeth, this two teeth, I'll use it and bite you. Yeah. Yeah. But really, you know, that's just what I have to say today. And I really need to go to bed because I have a very long day tomorrow. And like I said, I'm not wearing my watch. I hate it when I'm not wearing my watch. I really do hate it when I'm not wearing my watch because then my phone is watch recording and I can't tell the time. There's no time around. There's no time around in the kitchen. But yes, guys, I love you. And yeah, I think I should start saying more for you to like, share, subscribe, and comment on my videos. I should start saying that. But because I'm ranting most of the time, I tend not to do that. I'm just talking. So yes, please, 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 please. I would really appreciate you liking this video, leaving your thoughts in the comment section and sharing as well. I would really appreciate it. I want my channel to grow. I want it to do better. And I want this to become a thing. So please do that for me. Okay? I love you. Bye. Oh, moisturize. I'm all moisturized. Set a shimmer to you in. Oh, power belong to Jesus.